Hello YouTube, it's William. Welcome to another, let's see what we're going to call this one. I don't know if it'd be a whittle talk or not. Let's call it a whittle talk because it's sort of kind of almost like that. Previous video to this was a high Scandi with a micro bevel, final test and my thoughts or something like that. So I got all kinds of comments. That's not a Scandi. That's a Saber. And so, all right. I'm going to explain my reasoning behind that statement and why I still consider that as a Scandi grind. Okay. This is a Scandi with a 0 grind. Alright, now there's all kinds of things in between this. There's a Scandi Vex, which this V grind turns into a convex. But the most part is a Scandi is a V grind that goes to a 0 degree. I agree with that. I think just about everybody agrees with that. A Scandi is sharpened from this shoulder. The entire bevel is sharpened. And if you see that, you'll see the different colors of where the actual sharpening portion is. And we'll pretend that this stick here, you see that talent right there? I should play for Dallas. They need somebody. When you sharpen a Scandi, you hold the knife at that bevel. That is a primary and the only bevel that's on this blade. You hold the knife and you sharpen it like so. That's the reason it's polished from this shoulder down to the edge, or yeah, the edge. It's a 0 degree. There's nothing else. There's no other edge on this, or no other angle on this. It's all one angle. Does it make sense? Okay. That's a Scandi. This is a Saber, and it's kind of hard to tell a Saber. If I can get it in the light just right, you can see it's a blended Saber. So, but you can see how the Saber is. This Saber is not sharpened. This portion is not sharpened again. Once I set the bevel, it is done. This is no longer sharpened. This is. Every time you sharpen the knife, it's sharpened. Okay? A Saber, the only portion you sharpen is the secondary bevel. This portion here that cuts. The very edge is what you sharpen. You don't sharpen this. You sharpen the very edge. Okay? Now this is a high Scandi with a micro bevel. It is sharpened from this shoulder here all the way down. Then once you get it sharp, you change the angle of the primary bevel from a 0 degree to a micro bevel. What you do is you tilt the blade. Say the blade is, this is where you sharpen the primary bevel. And when you want to put the secondary bevel in, you tilt it up slightly to create a secondary bevel. It's still a Scandi because you sharpen it from the edge to the top of the apex on your primary grind. That's the reason I say this is a Scandi, because it sharpens like a Scandi. That make sense? Okay. Hope it made sense. That's the reason I consider that a Scandi. If it was a Saber, I wouldn't be sharpening it. I would just be sharpening this edge, the secondary edge, all the time. I wouldn't sharpen this part if it was a Saber. But it's not a Saber, it's a Scandi. So I sharpen this part, and just after I get done sharpening, I change the angle of the secondary edge to a micro bevel. Okay? So I hope that cleared that up. And perhaps those who was wondering what the difference between a Saber and a Scandi is, that's my thoughts on it. Many say it's the height of the grind, which I don't think so. It's how you sharpen the blade, whether it's considered a Scandi or a Saber. That dictates what is a Saber and what is a Scandi. Okay? My 2 cents. Hope it made sense. Until the next one, you guys get out in the woods, go whittle on a stick. And if you do take a child with you, teach that child how to whittle on a stick, handle a knife properly. If you do, take plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again soon.